there, fans of the Survivor Super Fun Time Show. It's Kevin from the Super Fun Time Show. It's been a hot second since we made a video about Survivor. It's the off season. We're looking forward to, season 49. Although those poor bastards, nobody cares about 49. All anyone's really thinking about is Survivor 50. But this video is not about that. This video today is about the canning, the firing of Australian Survivor's host, JLP. Now, we don't talk about Australian Survivor on this channel very much, and that's just because, honestly, I can't keep up with it. I do like Australian Survivor. I'm starting to watch the old seasons, but I watched Brain vs. Brawn 2, and it was awesome. And I love JLP. I've become a huge JLP truther at this point, like a lot of hardcore fans are, to the point where I prefer his hosting style over Jeffrey Probst. And the good thing is, in this video, despite JLP being canned in Australian Survivor, supposedly due to budget cuts, it being a financial issue, saying we need to really dump this guy and we need to look forward to the next era of Australian Survivor. It all feels a little too coincidental to me that Jeffrey Probst is hitting Survivor 50, Season 50, and Botox is no longer going to be able to hold him up to his hosting duties at a high capacity, I think. What I believe, conspiracy theory-wise, I believe at the Season 50 finale, Jeff Probst is going to do what New Era Jeff Probst does best. And I think after the winner's crowned, which was only a couple days ago in real time, I think he's going to announce to the players, this was my final season. I pass on the torch, literally, to someone else. And there will be a new host of the game. Now, I posted about this on my Twitter and my Instagram, and there are Survivor fans who said, no, that's not going to be the case, because Probst posted a video and said, hey, we just wrapped Season 50, which was premature. They hadn't it by that point. But we just wrapped, and we're working on Season 51 and 52. And when they say working on, they really mean behind the scenes stuff. Like, they don't have the cast fully picked or anything like that. Obviously, they're not playing yet. Instead, I think what that means, rather than him being a host, I think you could be working on it as a executive producer, because that's what he is. He's still, no matter what, going to have his grubby little fingers on the game, on the product. He's not going anywhere. Jeff Probst will die in that chair, okay? He's going to die in the chair of the Survivor control person, right? And I think as a host, he could take a step back and pass it on to someone new. Now, JLP from Australian Survivor is now a free agent. And that could be because it's related to this stepping down at this point. It could be. I think the only reason why JLP should be removed from the Australian Survivor job is to take the US Survivor job. He has the demeanor of old school Jeff Probst, which is exactly what I think we need as Survivor fans. What I think the new era is missing. It sounds like every time I see Jeff Probst on screen in the new era, he's not overly happy with the legacy of the game, which is really interesting because Survivor 50 is all about celebration and the hands of the fans. Instead, it's felt very strongly. It's really just been about what Jeff Probst wants. I think at this point, we need to stop just being content with JP, and I think we need to add a little L into this mix and move on to JLP. I've heard enough rumblings from a few castaways that imply that information could be true. I have not been told matter of fact. I have no guarantee that it has happened. It's just decent speculation that even though it seems like too obvious and too fan theory crafting that JLP is just moving over to the US Survivor, this is one of those times where I think it's actually happening. And it's just my opinion. Just my opinion, purely laying it down on the table. And like I said, I doubt he would change the game the way it's played. We're still going to have ridiculous idols, and we're going to have some goofy losing of the votes and all this nonsense that Jeff Probst has championed. Because if in this scenario, he would be a producer, so all that stuff would still go down. JLP would not have the power to change things up. And to throw it out there, Australian Survivor is certainly not perfect in that way either. There's non-elimination tribal councils. There's ones where people who win immunity, they're the only ones who are allowed to vote. I mean, they have their own issues with goofy rules, so it's not going to be anything different for JLP if he were to slot into this position. If there's going to be a new host, which I could fully believe Jeff will make it about himself in the Survivor 50 finale, which to some degree, rightly so. When you think of Survivor, a lot of people will just go straight to Jeff Probst. So they are synonymous, but I would like to see him step away from the hosting role potentially in order for JLP to take it over, because I think fans would like that a lot. Because I hate to say it, it's weird to say as a lifelong Survivor fan and someone who does like Jeff Probst, no matter how nuts he drives me at times. I think if JLP were to step in, it would actually do a service to the game rather than taking something away from it. I'm very happy to get rid of some of the goofy things that Jeff Probst of the new era has been doing. I know there's sentimentality to it. It's almost a running gag that we can expect Jeff Probst to do something ridiculous during this time. But I would like a little bit more, we're just going to call it hosting sanity, restored to the Survivor product. I would like that while we still have these goofy game mechanics. It would just make me feel better on an episode-to-episode basis. And you have to remember, as you read news articles and you try to find out information if JLP really is slotting in, Jeff Probst and JLP only have incentive to lie if this is true. And obviously, they're not going to just tell you now. It'd be a huge surprise. It's the retirement of Jeff Probst. I mean, he's not John Cena on his last one-year tour, although that is something Jeff Probst you would think would do. But I think he also would make a big splash about it in season 50. So I'm going to stick to it. And you just don't listen to these filthy liars, is what I'm saying. But those are just my thoughts. That's my theory. I think Jeff hangs him up in season 50 and JLP slots right in. What do you think? Do you think that JLP is truly just canned and that's it? Or is there more on the horizon? Let me know down below in the comment section. I would love to talk to you about it. Also, oh my God, there's going to be so many Survivor interviews that are going to be lined up soon from voices of the past that you have not heard from a hot second. I can't wait to share them with you all. We're going to be doing some streams. We're going to be doing some chatting as we wait for season 50 to come. It's going to be a wonderful time at the Super Fun Time Show. That's going to do it. I hope you have an amazing day, everyone. You take care. Good.